friend of 30 years. I'm prefacing the bio by saying that. I mean 7 years. What did I say? Maybe like 10.
17 years.
Yeah. Mary is a stylist and a personal shopper here in Ridgewood, New Jersey, where she lives with her 3 good-natured children, I can attest to that, 1 lovable pup, also attest to that, and a handsome husband named Mike. We can all attest to that. She believes in the magic of sparkly shoes, she had me buy these, shared laughter, and the bubbly effervescence of Kir Royale. Mary is a podcastaholic and a Catholic school survivor. She has never been called practical a day in her life, and she dreams in every color. Mary loves to participate in story slams because they both challenge her and light her up all at the same time. Ladies and gentlemen, Mary Lake.
Good evening. Thank you for being here and for inviting me. Okay. On paper and to the naked eye, my beginnings were humble and unfancy. I grew up in Jersey City, New Jersey. I lived in an honest, small, quaint, yellow shingled house with a carport out front. We had a milk box just inside the front door under the doorbell where our milkman would deposit milk once a week. And every Christmas we would showcase our supersized holiday spirit by hanging a ginormous wreath with a pronounced red bow outside the front picture window. We were known for that wreath, like, it's not Christmas until Mary's family puts up that beyond massive wreath. I lived with my mom, my little sister, my irrelevant stepdad, and an assorted menagerie of pets, inclusive of, but not limited to, dogs, hermit crabs, rabbits, birds, gerbils, goldfish, and a cat named Martha that once attacked me, and I got blamed for it. Thank God I was wearing that hideous slate gray down coat my mother insisted I looked gorgeous in as armor, or else I would still have cat scratch scars up and down my arms. Instead, down feathers were flying all over the place post-Martha ambush. I am still petrified of cats. And down jackets, if I'm being honest. But my friends thought I was rich because I had an AstroTurf backyard, an above-ground pool where I hosted lots of midday summer pizza parties, and because my mom always drove a swanky car, had gorgeous nails, wore high-heeled, candy apple red patent leather Candy's mules, and always, I mean always, had her oversized Louis Vuitton tote dangling from her arm. And always, I mean always, had a perfect manicure. Strongest nails I've ever seen. And in case you're wondering, I did not inherit the impervious nails, but I did inherit the attitude behind the nails and the love of fanciness and shiny, sparkly things. When some people reminisce back to their childhoods, they may recall a splashy family trip to a water park, or the annual Great Adventure excursion. Perhaps Grandpa held a cornhole contest every summer while Grandma challenged all 9 grandchildren to find as many heart-shaped seashells as they could on the beach. For me, a standout, never-to-be-forgotten childhood memory was when my mother found out that the Nordstrom store was opening at the Garden State Plaza. Gasps, shrieks, you have no ideas. My mom, Mary, you don't even need to go to the register to pay. They take your credit card while you sit on a comfy couch, and after they run your credit card, they deliver your bag to you on the actual couch. You don't need to lift a finger, not even one finger. My mom's pilgrimages to Nordstrom were as devoted as a Muslim's to Mecca. And when she arrived, it was like Norm walking into Cheers, like the whole where everybody knows your name and the Rose Glen came. I'm serious. My mom received personal phone calls from Nordstrom sales associates named Simon and Patrice when her favorite items were in stock, or to wish her a happy birthday, Kathy, or a Merry, Merry Christmas. For all intents and purposes, we were Team Nordstrom. Cut to a dreary Thursday afternoon when my mom found me alone, crying in my room, doing homework after my school day at St. Dominic Academy High School. After a tiny bit of sleuthing on her part, I tearfully shared that my boyfriend, whom she loved, by the way, had cheated on me. Her reaction was instantaneous, in a poised, steady, strong, red candy apple patent leather kind of tone. She instructed simply and directly, "Get in the car." My response, "But Mom, I'm still in my school uniform. I have homework. I have a Tree Tavern pizza in the oven. Kim's coming over." She took the pizza out of the oven, I mean, she wasn't that crazy, and slung her Louis over her wrist and walked toward the car. I followed, still in my uniform and penny loafers, climbed into her white Chevy Blazer, which smelled like roses. Did I mention that she was a florist? And dog, remember the menagerie? And we headed with confidence and purpose up Route 17 North with the Pointer Sisters, Tina Turner, Wham, and Whitney Houston blasting from the car speakers, and the windows slightly cracked to provide an escape route for the curling smoke from her Marlboro lights. 20-ish minutes later, as if the car was on autopilot, we arrived. Nordstrom. You guessed it! No questions asked, parked right up front. Was I imagining it? Or did the mannequins in the front windows give her a knowing nod? And wait, as we approached the entry door, wait, like really, did they? My mom led me straight to the shoe department. My mom, "Hello, Simon." "Oh, hey, Patrice. Have you met my daughter? Her name is Mary, and we are here to make an F-U purchase." Oh, what, Mom? What did she actually say? That? Mom continued, "It's about a boy, and some people say it was flowers, but we say it was decadent shoes." With that, my mom urged me to pick out any pair of shoes I wanted, a pair that made me feel powerful and badass, a pair that would scream, "F you," every time I looked at them. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Helen Reddy. I am woman, hear me shop. It didn't take long to choose a black patent leather T-strap Jones New York stiletto, size 7.5, please. And just like that, we were lounging on the couch while Simon covertly completed our transaction and ceremoniously handed me my FU shoes in a bag emblazoned with the Nordstrom logo. Did I feel 1,000 times better? Yes. Was I smiling ear to ear? Yep. Did I love my mother for all that she was and all that she represented and all that she taught me in that moment? Yes. Was it shallow and materialistic? Maybe to the naked eye, but to me, a lifelong lesson and path was paved. The energy and spirit behind my mother's FU was kind of everything to me. Sort of the soundtrack and the anthem that led to the beat of my drums as I moved forward in my life. When my boss at Condon Nast swallowed me whole and spit me out for putting brown sugar instead of liquid sugar in his morning coffee, swear, I reflexively treated myself to a blue faux fur newsboy cap at Henry Bendel at lunchtime. Wore that gorgeousness right out of the store and right back to my cubicle for the rest of the day. It is the spirit behind my mom's FU that gave me the confidence and the backbone not to get back together with that icky boyfriend, to stand up for myself even when my knees were shaking and my teeth were clattering. And it's the motor behind the engine that inspired me to start a styling and personal shopping business with the goal of helping other women feel like their best selves from the inside to the outside. And it's what lights me up when I look at my own two daughters and know that this empowerment and FU-itude is part of their DNA and lives in their veins. So sometimes when I'm feeling a bit knocked down, I close my eyes and I travel back to the Nordstrom couch and those ski straps. Thanks, shoes.